welcome to Money Matters. The pandemic has forced people to stay in town, and many have begun to explore Hong Kong's coastline. That interest has driven an increase in demand for marine activities and boating. But Stella Chin reports the leisure marine industry has seen some growing pains.
On a late Friday afternoon, these sailors started the weekend early with a leisurely race around Victoria Harbour.
Just jump out of the office and sail right there for an hour. So that is really the attraction of that particular event. It's a sunset series that we run during the off-season, so to speak, which is from June now until September. A lot of people traditionally would be away traveling on holidays. They're not, so that has also boosted the numbers.
The summer sailing race is organized by the Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club, a private club in Causeway Bay. The head of the club says it has about 70 boats competing this year, twice as many as usual. COVID-19 has kept people in the city due to travel restrictions. And the club's sailing classes have been popular with members and non-members during the pandemic.
People being stuck here, people looking for things to do, and also parents looking for putting their kids somewhere and getting a break. So that has, created a resurgence in demand. And actually, we're unable really to cope with the new demand. In fact, we're booked. Every slot is booked until the end of the year right now.
While more people are interested in marine sports during the pandemic, more people are also buying boats at this time.
On a rainy Monday morning at the Causeway Bay Typhoon Shelter, George Chung is going out boating with some friends.
When I get on a boat, I feel like we have kind of a sense of freedom, and it's a lot more relaxing for me. So it's just a good way to get out of the city, out of the hustle and bustle, and just take a breath and relax.
George, the owner of an import-export company, only bought his boat recently.
This year, because of the COVID restrictions in travel, restrictions in activities, I wanted to do something more intimate with my family, so we decided to take the leap and buy a boat.
His 25-foot-long boat cost about $900,000, and he's budgeting about $20,000 a year for maintenance fees. The boat arrives from France in February. Lawrence Chow is the chair of the Hong Kong Boating Industry Association, a lobby group. He says the pandemic has been a big boost to the industry.
We're blessed in Hong Kong with over 200 islands. There's so many places to go to. By going out and enjoying different activities like canoeing, kayaking, fishing, or sailing, people are beginning to look at buying their own boats as well because of this.
You see all this berthing here?
Over in Aberdeen, William Chan, a yacht broker, says his revenues doubled during the pandemic, and he's had a lot of inquiries from potential new customers. This 50-foot yacht is popular among new boat owners. They can navigate the boat by themselves with an Operator Grade 2 pleasure vessel certification from the Marine Department. A new yacht costs $11 million.
The good features of this boat is that they have a helo platform, what we call, and this platform can lift up to 450 kg. So customer can put either a jet ski or a small boat.
So then the customer doesn't have to lift the 450 kg.
For example, yes.
So William, what are the special features of the inside of the boat?
The special feature is that the kitchen, what we call the galley, is located on the middle of the boat, where it's close by the inside and also from the outside, the cockpit. So they can serve from people inside and outside.
The English yacht brand sold more than 40 boats in 2020 during the pandemic, twice as many as in 2019.
The demand now is actually very high now, and for pre-owned and also for new yachts. People that are not used to in boating, they now wants to go boating because there's the only entertainment they would have during this time.
The demand is so high that it could take 1 to 2 years to get delivery of a new boat. Recently, William has been selling boats to customers all over Asia.
We have a very strong maritime culture here, as well as we have a very strong mature market. So with these in place, and also being a tax-free area, so a lot of people, they would take their boats to Hong Kong, commission them, set them up, and then take them out to other countries like Thailand or Philippines.
William is the third generation of his family in the boating industry. His father established this boat repair shipyard in the 1980s. Revenues increased 20% during the pandemic.
For every yacht, for every year, they need to clean the hull bottom, what we call an anti-fouling process that they need to do. And also, every year, they have to do the service on the engines and on the generator.
The number of pleasure vessels in Hong Kong increased by 584 in 2020 year-on-year, compared with just 136 in 2019 year-on-year. But the businessmen say the shortage of berths or moorings make it difficult to sell boats, limiting the growth of the industry.
We surely need a lot more moorings and more parking space for boats in Hong Kong. And because in Hong Kong, we have over 10,000 cruiser and yachts, but for proper mooring or berth, we only have about maybe 2,200 or maybe maximum 2,500. And so you can imagine we have a lot of boats, but we have not a lot of space.
On June 27, a fire broke out in the middle of the night, damaging at least 30 vessels in the Aberdeen typhoon shelter. You can see the damage done to this boat and this open areas where the fire was. Industry insiders say the fire was made worse by congested waterways and overcrowding.
People are looking for places to park their boats, and with not enough moorings, you get more congestion, and this could make it easier for fires to happen and spread.
The Marine Department replied in an email. To ensure that vessels are berthed in a safe and orderly manner and passage areas are unobstructed, the Marine Department carries out patrols and inspections. To strengthen fire safety awareness of stakeholders, the Marine Department regularly organizes thematic talks on fire prevention and conducts fire drills at sea. While there are some problems, Lawrence thinks Hong Kong's leisure marine industry will grow long after the pandemic is over.
It's great that we have a lot of new boaters that have entered the market, and I think once they've experienced it, they will begin to upgrade their boats and continue the journey of boating.
There will be an increased demand, and I think the opportunity for us is to develop another arm to the tourist package that you have here in Hong Kong, where suddenly can go beyond maybe the shopping and visiting the peak and taking the tram to suddenly also, well, hey, you can go diving, you have corals, you can go deep sea fishing outside. So there's a whole, I think, industry that is waiting to evolve and to grow.
Hong Kong banned all passenger flights from the UK as it tried to curb the spread of new variants of the coronavirus to the SAR. It said that Britain had been classified as extremely high risk. More than 95% of COVID-19 new cases in Britain are of the Delta variant. That was first identified in India. Cases had spiked leading up to the ban as authorities in London relaxed coronavirus restrictions that allowed indoor gatherings and businesses including restaurants, cinemas, and gyms to reopen. The Delta variant is much more transmissible than previous versions of the coronavirus, although there is no data showing it was more deadly. Under the notice, people who stay in the UK for more than 2 hours will be blocked from boarding passenger flights to Hong Kong. It was the second time the Hong Kong government has banned flights from the UK following a restriction imposed last December. Although flights were banned from July 1st, passengers can still book one-way flights from Hong Kong to London on airlines such as Cathay and British Airways. The ban comes amid heightened tensions between London and Beijing over the national security law. In Morocco, an oil traditionally used as a flavoring and a savory dip for bread has also become a vaunted beauty product with surging demand and prices. Local women harvest argan oil, which has become highly prized as an anti-aging skin treatment and a restorative for hair. Most argan oil is produced by local cooperatives of Berber women in areas where the argan tree is common. This cooperative, 600 kilometers south of Rabat, employs 100 women to produce the oil, offering them a salary, free childcare, health insurance, and literacy courses. The cooperative, whose name is Amzeg, means sisters, was set up in 2002. The oil has been among the most expensive in the world for centuries and is extracted by drying argan fruit in the sun, peeling and mashing the fruit, then crushing and grinding the kernel with stones. The oil now costs around $30 to $50 a liter locally, but can sell on the international market in smaller high-end bottles for up to $250 a liter. Once extracted, the oil is mixed into beauty products and sold on the high streets of the world's capitals.
When Money Matters returns, the high-end, low-rise properties in Clearwater Bay offering value, beaches, and nature. Stay with us. Welcome back to Money Matters. Clearwater Bay is traditionally the higher-end area of Sai Kung district. Some celebrities enjoy living there because of the privacy. Properties are mainly low-rise buildings or village houses, and this week, reporter Alice Khan checked out a newer low-rise complex. After visiting Hebe Haven, we continued our flat hunt to Clearwater Bay. Many like this area because of its natural landscape. Clearwater Bay is one of Sai Kung's older neighborhoods, but this week we explored this 4-year-old low-rise complex. This is the largest residential complex in Clearwater Bay. It consists of 26 blocks with 680 units. The project was launched in September 2019. The average price is around $21,000 per square foot. Rents range from $20,000 to $120,000 a month. Lately, prices in this complex have been under pressure as more owners have been putting their properties up for sale. Owners are trying to avoid paying the special stamp duty or SSD within 36 months. As more apartments are listed on the market, sellers are offering attractive prices to entice buyers.
They are facing the very serious impact from the COVID-19 and the weak economy. That's why they cannot ask for a high price, because due to the market or the weak economy, the average transaction price here cannot go up.
Anthony Chung is living in Kowloon. He came here looking for a bargain, but another reason is that he has an attachment to this area.
Because of the emotional attachment, I remembered when I was young, just left university. I worked in a TV station for a while. The TV station used to be located near this complex.
We looked at this 1,000 square foot flat, which has 3 bedrooms. The owner bought the flat at $17.5 million 3 years ago. It's now selling for $20 million, or about $19,600 per square foot. The living room is 280 square feet. It is elongated and easily divided into a dining and living room area.
Is it able to fit some very large furniture?
Yes, of course. This is the space is user-friendly, so the tenants are easy to put their large furnitures here, like a large L-shaped sofa and also a TV set.
The floor-to-ceiling glass window in the living room lets plenty of light into the room. The master bedroom ensuite is 150 square feet with views of the complex. The other 2 bedrooms are around 70 square feet.
You can actually use it as a kids' room, and like you can put a single bed right here, and or you can use it as a study room.
Anthony took a look around the flat. He's hoping the owner will drop the price to $18 million.
Cheaper is better because the price appreciation is limited. I think it is more pricey. I think a cheaper price is less risky. I think $18,000 per square foot is more reasonable.
He likes the living room and master bedroom.
Layout-wise, I think the master bedroom is large enough. The living room is also large.
But in the end, he decided not to buy.
I think the biggest problem is the small bedrooms are too small. After putting a bed here and a wardrobe, you have no room for a table. There isn't any room for a desk at all. If it is a unit with 3 small bedrooms, 700 or 800 square feet, it's acceptable. But it is over 1,000 square feet. I expected the size of the smaller bedroom to be bigger, so I think the smaller bedroom is really too small.
So we checked out another flat in the complex. This is another 3-bedroom apartment. It's slightly bigger with an asking price of $23 million or $19,500 per square foot. The owner is also up against the tax deadline.
Also, he saw there's lots of the owner have also passed the SSD period, and then surge of the supply have come up. That's why there's a little bit of pressure. That's why one have a price to below the average to have a quick sell. And he see this complex here a little bit underperformed compared to the others. That's why he want to have a quick sell, and we invest in other areas, maybe in the stock or maybe in the property in the Kowloon area or Hong Kong area.
The living area is spacious and it has a large window.
This is the dining room, and you can put a dining table over here. And also a large living room. You can put a large furniture over here.
There's a balcony off of the living room.
It seems very narrow. What's the width?
Oh, it's only 2 feet in this balcony.
But it's not user-friendly. It can't fit any furniture.
Actually, it's not true. This door can be open to the full extent. And this is the extension of the living room.
Next, we checked out the bedrooms.
This unit is a 3-bedroom unit. And on our right here, we have our first bedroom here.
But what's the size of this bedroom?
This bedroom about 70 square feet. And
So small.
this can be a single bedroom. And on our left side, this is the bathroom.
It's quite decent. This area, is it another bedroom?
Oh, this is a common area, but if you turn it into you can turn it into a bedroom. So you can put a wall in here or a sliding door here. This can actually turn it into a bedroom. And the selling point of this flat here, it can be a 4-bedroom or either can a 3-bedroom flat.
The ensuite master bedroom is 110 square feet. It's very wide.
Can you fit in a king-size bed or queen-size
So
bed?
I believe, yes, you can see this, how wide is it. Also, you can fit a wardrobe over the wall.
It has a large window and overlooks the garden below.
You can have the bathtub and a shower. And also a double sink for wife and husband.
The large bathroom window helps with ventilation.
So in the newer complex, there's no window in the bathroom, but actually this one have a big window for more ventilation.
The second bedroom can only fit a single bed, nothing else.
Because this is a very high ceiling for a floor, about 3.375 meters, and you can actually go upwards to have a big wardrobe. And also you can fit the decks on the other side.
After looking around, Anthony wants a lower price. Terrence says the owner might reduce the price by as much as 5%. He says the complex offers value for money because it has lots of facilities like a clubhouse, outdoor swimming pool, restaurant, and car parks. And it's more convenient than other parts of Sai Kung, as it only takes 10 to 15 minutes drive to Hang Hau or Chung Kwan O MTR station to connect to other parts of Hong Kong.
The auto market here is hot, but that's referring to the climate. Peter Hondo was always interested in cars from a young age, but he knew he had made the right career choice when something weird and wonderful happened. He stumbled upon a bush wreck he had owned and lost as a teenager, his Holden Premier, given up for stolen 20 years ago.
And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's my car, there's my car, look, there's my car.
Proof of provenance was the same bullet hole in one of the doors, the result of a shooting accident by a previous owner. After a bit of major vehicular surgery, he says he'll have his old motor running smoothly. Hondo became hooked on the bush wreck restoration business. Hondo set up his garage in Alice Springs, at the very center of the Australian continent, the driest place in the country, and nexus of the bush wreck restoration business. He's not alone wanting to do up desert wrecks. Clinton Dennison has recovered numerous classic VW camper vans that he strips back, rebuilds, and sells to keen buyers.
I've got 4 of these that most people would think would be too far gone, but worth over 100,000 when they're restored.
The key to the bush wreck business is the hunt. Restorers scour the bush, wreck yards, and even someone's backyard to find a restorable gem. In the bone-dry climate of this part of Oz, rust is virtually unheard of.
If they're not chockers full of dirt and they're not somewhere that gets wet a lot, they will last for a long, long time.
Turkish jeweler Mehmet Yüksel found the best place to squirrel away his earnings. His cash register is guarded by a staunch, lion-hearted squirrel named Memikan. Yüksel rescued Memikan and his brothers after their mother was found dead 3 months ago. The duo has been working together since then. One day, Yüksel realized Memikan would not let anyone but the jeweler near the cash register. At first, he thought it was a coincidence. Only Yüksel can move the squirrel away from the register when other staff need to use it. When he's not guarding the cash register, Memikan loves to dash about the display counters and stroll around when customers come into the shop. Yüksel says Memikan is recovering from a paw injury. No, he wasn't caught with his fingers in the till.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next time on Money Matters, picking a good stock in a stagnant market. Good night.